Hello guys, it's Paula back, and as you can see, I have a mess going here. I have no idea what my plans are for the little Three Bears book, but I did get my pages ready today, and I did the stitching on the pages and put the tucks and so forth, and I did stitch around this old Three Bears from like 1934 that I found in some magazine, and then I wanted a doily in there, but I didn't have anything quite the right color, so I just took one of the time cards and I just stitched around it and made this tall flower with a little bit of rickrack so that it will match the book. And then, as I told you yesterday, I was going to put little tassels on that, and I put the fraying glue on this side and this, and that's pretty much all I've done. No, I take that back. I glued this little girl and had her set down on this little butterfly. These were some of Wendy's books that she did with Project Life, you know, and then you tie them off here on this side. I just thought the little girl could represent Goldilocks. You know, this doesn't have to be a themed book, but it's so adorable that how can you not put some themed things in it? Now my fingers don't want to tie a bow. I hope this is a fun video for you today. I have no plans. Absolutely no plans. And those are the only things that I've accomplished. So I'm going to set these aside. And Wendy had a video, Wendy's Journal Adventures. She had a video where you just kind of do a trifold kind of thing, like this way and then that way. So we're just going to do it and see if it flubs, it flubs. I'm just going to use, and we'll go back and ink it. I'm not worried about it. Let's let this be the front since our book is in the blue family. Can you guys see? Let me move up a little bit. Got to scoot my chair up. Okay. So the way I understood it was you start with your, we're going to do a stack of 4. So you start with the 4, then you get your glue. You just put a little bit of glue down one side. You can stitch this if you want, she said. I just thought this, I'm not trying to copy her video. I just thought it'd be cute in this book, and that's my goal, is to come up with some different things for the book. She actually made it traveler's notebook size, so this is definitely not that. This is some solid colored Project Life cards. So now we're going to flip this over like this, and I got to think for a second. So then we're going to take our next piece of paper and we're going to add the glue. Would normally go down the card, but because my glue is, as Gail puts it, volcano. Okay. And you want to leave just a tiny bit of a gap, you know, to allow for a little bit of folding over. So when you fold it over, you know, I think we've all done something similar to this. I know I have. And it was probably Wendy I saw do it. But now this one is going to be like this. And then we're going to take, let me get something. Of course, the glue wants to go everywhere. And then we'll have it all over us. Okay, And then we get another piece of muslin. Okay. And then we're going to take and go, let me think for a second, like this. And then we're going to glue, let me think for 1 minute. I thought she did it like, let me put these together. I thought she did it like this, where one went this way, and then one went that way. So yeah, we'll find out. We'll just do it and see what happens. So we're gonna put a little bit of glue down here. This, my glue is, that's the one thing I hate about this glue, is it decides to go crazy. Am I in camera? Let me get up a little bit more. I didn't even measure off anything today. I don't like that piece. Let's get a different piece. All right. So just cover up your glue. Okay, so we've got that, and now we're gonna put, we want this one to be like this, and this blue one to be under here, so we've got to turn it this way. Are you confused yet? If you are, go watch Wendy's Journal Adventure. She's got a tutorial on it, and I just kind of was guessing. I mean, I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but she probably did more than I'm going to do with it. Okay. I can see now that we probably should have inked before we did this, but we'll just do the best we can. You know, not a big deal. Let me get another wipey. Mine is dried out. Can you see there? If I move some of this stuff, it might help. Okay, so now we got to go back to how we started. We fold here, we fold here. Although I know we're going to cover these other hinges also. Okay, so you open your book like this. You could open your book anyway. Actually, we should be doing it like this. You open your book like this, and then you close it, and then you open it, and now you're going to want to take this one and open it like that. Okay, so we'll glue that one. Basically, you just want to glue them beside each other because that's how it's turning out. If I did it correctly. If not, hey, it doesn't matter. This is what we're doing. I love this blue. Is one of the colors that's in the book, and I just think it's so pretty. Probably would have been easier if we'd been doing it like this the whole time. Okay, now let's put some glue here. Okay, leave a little gap. And I think before I fold this up, we should go ahead and, let's see, she did like this. So probably what I did wrong was I should have put my second hinge on the opposite side of the page. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, well, we'll just hinge it up. We'll put some glue right down the middle. This is a good thing to do with like scraps, or, I mean, because you can do, you don't want it to look perfect. Watch me get over here and only have one piece left. I'm gonna have to tear another piece. I'm at the end of my glue. I just bought a bottle on Sunday and today is Wednesday. Crazy. I've been very busy. Okay. And my hands are filthy. I need a manicure. I could go on and on. Okay, let me tear one more piece here from this. See if I can get it to snip. My scissors are not liking me much lately because they're being used constantly. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that off. There we go. Now, and you're probably thinking, what are we going to do with this? I don't know. But I thought it was fun, and I thought we could figure out something. Probably put some paper in it. Maybe some pockets. Who knows? I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. You know? I don't like the very long ends, so I'm just going to trim those down a little bit. Now, you know, you want to leave a tiny bit out because I think it looks shabbier. Or junkier, I guess I should say. If you leave a little bit out. I hope you guys can see. Sometimes I wish you could say, Paula, you're out of camera. That one little piece is bugging me. And no, it doesn't want to come off. Okay, let's cut this part. And this part, which is crooked. And that's all right. It is supposed to be junky. All right, now let me move all this trash so I can lay our little book down. Okay. So I think probably what we need to do next is ink. And I know everybody knows how to ink. I'm going to do a super fast inking job. How's that? It doesn't have to be great, especially on the dark portions here. I'm not going to worry about it. I can always go back and ink it some more. And you have to ink both sides. The thing that's nice about this, I think, when I was watching her video, what I thought was nice about it was that it gives you a lot of extra journaling space. And we all know we like that. And the people who like to journal, like to just go all different directions when given the opportunity. So that's our job, is to give them that opportunity to have different little gadgets, I guess, to play with. All right. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there because this wants to stick up and it's driving me crazy. It needs to lay down and behave. Okay, so I'm thinking. Let's do, let me get some tea stain paper. First we got to decide, do we want it to be, I think we want it to do like she planned, which is like that. So it's kind of like a she put like a fastener on hers, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like that's necessary. I'll just tie it with a piece of jute. And let's decorate the front. Let's get some old dictionary paper. And of course, I didn't bring my tear tool over here. It would have probably gone a lot faster had I. Okay, let's get some music sheet or old paper. This is kind of the process I go through when I'm making a journal, is I just kind of lay everything out and see what it looks like. Well, and when you do this, I don't know, I line it up so it's not like all wonky, you know. Now we're going to do music sheet. And we're just going to do this on the front. And once again, I don't know what I'm going to end up with, or which side I want to use, or if I want to use any of it. Let's just do it like that. But first, let's put some... Let's get some cheesecloth and put under it. And then we'll ink this part and put on there. Okay. This is tea stained cheesecloth. And you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't want it to be perfect when you put it on here. Some people glue it down. I don't do that. I just lay it on here and I decorate over it. You know, so let me ink. I should have probably tried to pick up some of this mess before the video, but I didn't. Sorry guys. I'm just going to ink one side. This flimsy little dictionary paper is so hard to ink. We don't want perfection. It's all right. Let's give it a little bit of... Okay, I think I want to put it over this way. And then some music sheet, which is lots easier to ink. Okay, and I'm trying to decide if I like the shape of this. I don't really. I'm going to tear something else. Or I'm going to tear another piece, I guess I should say. Let's see. Okay, let's just go for that. Sit here and think about it all day and never get anything accomplished. Okay, so I'm going to move these over, and what I do is I just glue down my pieces on top of I put my project underneath, and then I just glue down my pieces. And this glue will go through and hold the cheesecloth down. So you don't have to waste your time or your glue. Now, I'm not going to put my head over it to see if that's straight. But if it's not that big a deal. Let's do some, put this on now. I should have went and got glue today. I know what I'll be doing this evening. Okay. You want to make sure you don't put it upside down like I was about to. And I know last time I had it on the other side. That's okay. Well, it's kind of different. And I don't hit this with a ton of glue, just, you know, around the edges. I kind of like the edges to not be, I like them sticking up a little bit. There we go. Now, now what? That's what I'm thinking anyway. Let's see what I got on this side over here that I could stick in there or on there. You know, you can collage with just about anything. Okay, this is a perfect example. It's a little card that says things I love. So, you know, this person could journal about things they love in this little book. So, try to decide if I want to put it there, down here. I'm going to lay it there for a minute and see what else I've got laying around over here. Let's see. I did have a tag that I had on the table. I'm normally more organized, but you know what? It's been one of those days where I've been at the sewing machine all day. Here's a piece of something. Maybe we could put this on here. I want to ink it though first. You know what it is? This is a piece of an old doily, or not a doily. The flower that I showed you earlier, that's what this is. Let's just stick it on here. Come on. Sorry guys, I had no idea I was this low. But we'll get through a couple projects with it. It'll be fine. This is going to go into the Three Bears book that I'm working on, which I'll show you how it's coming out here in a minute. So cute. So cute. Okay, and so we could even kind of tilt this at an angle. Now, if I were doing a scrapbook page or card, I would pop it up. But because it's a journal, you want to keep it low. Could also put, here's something that says memories. Let's do that too. I just kind of got in my little bin and just tossed some stuff on the table right before the video. And I said they're going to get to see the true me. You know, because I'm getting a little more confident at what I'm doing, I was afraid not to be 100% prepared every time. Now, mind you, I knew I had to make embellishments for my project. But this is how it goes. And I think you know, as a crafter, that when you sit down to do anything, you know, it's all a big risk at how it's going to turn out. Let's do it like that. Trying to think what we could throw on there. Just looking to see what I've got over here in my little thing. I've got some small ones. We could stick a couple of those on there. If I can find my scissors underneath all this paper. Hope I'm not getting out of camera every 5 seconds, guys, because I know I've been moving all over the place. Do we like it up there? Or do we like it just one down here or two down here? I feel like it needs something up here. I don't know if that's the right side or the wrong side. We're going to make it the right side. We're just going to stick them up in this one corner to start with. And then we'll kind of dig around, see what we can find for that down the lower part. And then we'll have the cover done. Okay, let me see what else we've got over here in my little mystery. Not a whole lot to think about. Let's see. Maybe we want something that has a little tiny bit of dimension because, oh, looky there. That's fun. Let's see. Got that. I've got a charm. Of course, got buttons in here. I know that I have some Tim Holtz paper clips too that might look really cute. Let me grab them. I'm telling you, if you could see my room right now, whew, there's stuff everywhere. When I'm in the middle of a project, usually there's stuff everywhere. I usually like to use two when I use his paper clips. If I can get this closed. There we go. Sorry. Being so loud. Okay, I don't want that. But I do want to put these little clips underneath what I just glued down. Let's see if we're going to be able to without tearing it. Sometimes if you're pretty quick, you can get it underneath. Get it bent up a little bit. Sorry if my hand's in your way. Okay, come on. Well, something or some, it's soft because of the glue. So I'm having to be careful not to, I like the way that looks. Now let's see if we can do the opposite way. I usually like to do one up and one down so it looks, you know, different. If I can get my finger under there to do it. There we go. And you can just angle them different too. And I do think I'm going to use this little piece of, it's actually wood. I don't even know where I got it, but it's already dark enough brown that I don't have to worry about it. If I can get the glue to come out. There we go. I'm going to put it on here pretty heavy because I don't want it to fall apart. There we go. Now that's our cover. So the next thing we need to do is let me get the glue off the top of this. So if I don't, we won't be able to get any glue out. It'll harden up. Okay, let me put the lid on. Then we're going to trim around our little pamphlet. Trying to pull it out as much as I can. Let's start at the top. It might be easier. And this doesn't have to be perfect either. just kind of trim it off, you know, and try not to cut your muslin underneath. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cut up over it so it's not like covering up the muslin. Okay. Knocking things over, Paula. There. That's not too shoddy. I've seen worse. Gotta have that attitude when you do scrapbooking or junk journaling or card making or whatever it might be, mixed media, because there's always a way you can plop something on there to make it different. Okay, so now I'm trying to think what we want to do on the inside. Like I said, I had no plan. I'm thinking that we can put paper on the blue ones, or some paper on the blue ones, because this they can already journal on. I'm looking around seeing what I've got here, you know, that maybe can be used to journal. Let's see what I've got in my little pile. It's got a little sack and a little card and a tag. We could put a guest check in there if we wanted to. I've I think we're going to put paper. I'm going to find some scrap paper or whatever paper I need to find. And we're going to put that in here. I usually pull from all my scraps when I do this kind of thing. And that way I don't have to waste. Because I know we all feel the same way about tea staining. It's not, I don't know about you, it's not my favorite thing to do. And my husband somehow, he always gets drug into it. Well, it's better if you have someone to dip it into the tea or coffee, and you know. And he's always sweet enough to do it. He'll just say, "Are we going to watch television?" And I'm like, "Oh, I've got to do tea staining tonight." And that's where it ends. Okay. Let me cut one from down here also. Now, I'm not measuring this. I don't care if it's perfect. I'm cutting 2 at a time, so you know, they're not going to be perfect. You know, some of them are torn on the bottom. I might even leave that because I think that looks kind of junky. Let's see, which way did I have this one? I should have done it like that, but too late now. I already tore it there. I use this little trimmer when I possibly can, because the other one drives me crazy. Takes up the whole table. Okay, so the main thing is that we get them all to the top. And I did not plan, I told you I didn't plan any of this, so we'll see what happens here. Am I in the, yeah, okay. I'll try to cut them as big as I can. because we want it to be like a real place to journal. We don't want it to just look pretty or cool. Okay, and I think I'm going to do, trying to think how I want to attach that on. You know, it'd be real easy to just attach it on. Oh, let's put the stitch sides down. And it'll look nicer. Okay. Now, I have done this more than one way. I have stitched it on, but then you get the mark on the back. And I have stapled it and then glued it on. And it gives you that little look of texture. And then you can always, if you don't like the staples showing, which I personally don't have a problem with, but some people do, I would bend it a little bit so that when they start flipping the pages up, it'd be easier for them. And we could cover this. We could put some sari silk, if I can find it, on my table. I know it's here. I just saw it. Let's see. It's so funny. This was all organized in my two little boxes until I turned the video on. We could put sari silk up there. Let's glue it on first, and then we'll decide. Whoa! Sorry, guys. It's what happens when you have half your desk covered and stuff. I've just been busy today. And I'm like, okay, do I do a video, or do I just, I don't have time to clean up. And let's see. Now you're going to have, because it's thick, you're going to have to hold this down a little bit. Just for a minute. Shouldn't take that long. Or you could actually even clip it down if you wanted to. Here, that's what we'll do. We'll just use some paper clips for now to hold it down. Except I don't want it to ruin my paper clips with all the glue that's dripping out. I've just learned how to, I'm just going to be wearing glue all the time. I've decided there's no sense in trying not to, because it's going to happen. Okay, we'll just hold it down with that paper clip just for a minute, then we'll come back and decide on the top. Let's decide what we want to do over here. We need a pocket of some sort. What do you think about that? Pocket would be good, right? Let's see what we've got to make a pocket with. I'm looking here to see. We could do it with pocket, pocket, pocket. We could do it with fabric. We could do it with leftover wallpaper. I thought I had some leftover wallpaper in this stack somewhere. But that may not be true. Okay. We could also put a bag on here, which we will, but not this one. This isn't the right blue. Okay, let me grab a different bag. We'll do that next. Let's just do a little white bag. Can't go too awfully wrong with a white bag. Ink it real quick. Then we'll put a tag or something in there. We'll come up with something to go in there. I could make this a area for you know, to put some other things, but, or to tuck another tag behind, but I think we're going to have plenty of places like that in the actual book. So I'm not going to worry about that. Could probably put a pocket here. Here's like a little postcard. That would be cute. Let's ink that up. I think it'd look cuter if it had like a postage stamp on it of some sort. Let me see. I think I have a stamp over here that might do just what I'm talking about. I don't know how good it'll look. We'll just try it and see. I'm looking which direction I should do it. This is a new stamp, so you never know how they're going to stamp. And my ink pad's trying to dry up on me. So let's just see what happens. Well, that's close enough. At least it doesn't look so flimsy and paper-like, because that's what it is. But it's still a good place to put a pocket, which is what we're going to do. Now you could do, I said I was going to do a pocket. I changed my mind. Whoops. I'm going to put it over this bag, which I should have made a pocket. I could have made a pocket there. I just think that bag stands out and is way too white for what I'm, you know, for what I'm wanting. My glue is volcanoing. Okay, make sure I got that. All right. Now, what are we going to put in there? That's the big question. Let me see what I've got in this. I've got all kinds of goodies over here. I'd show you, but then I'd mess the whole camera up. I like to cut. How about we make a, maybe we can make a pocket out of this. That would be fun. If we can figure out how to cut it down, find my scissors. This might give it bulk. I might do that on the back side. Let's see what it's going to look like here. Got to remember how to do it. Do it the right way. Maybe we'll do the pocket back here. That's what we'll do. Of course, well, I'll have to make tags for all of these pockets at some point. I tell you, this is my favorite thing to do, though, is just to sit down and not give it any thought as to what I'm doing. Which is really probably what I do a lot, if you want to know the truth. I try to think about it, but, you know, you just get going, and then before you know it, your head's going somewhere else. Now, this will need to dry really good before we stick any tags in it, because it's a heavy vintage. It's like a table runner or something. So, okay, so that one's going to be back there. Then we've got our paper. We've got this on the back. This is our front. Got this little pocket going on here with the bag. Our paper. Let's decorate the top of our paper. I don't think I like it like that. Let's put some sari silk on there, because that will flatten down real easy for us. And all you have to do is cover the top of it. You don't have to do anything fancy. I love this stuff. I wish I had every color. I don't know if you can dye it or not, but I really love it. Okay. My thing when I use sari silk is I just plop it down there, and you get a different look every time. If I can get my fingers under it. There we go. Everything on this table is attaching to me. Okay. And sometimes if you can kind of wrinkle it up before you let it glue, I like the look of that. That way you don't have to. What do you think about that? That's better than what could have been, I guess. I'm going to think on these other two pockets. Well, we've actually got 4 more pockets to decorate, or 4 more sections to decorate. I have this already made. I thought we could use this maybe, but it probably would look better on the other side. I'm trying to alternate little items. Let's just put that in there, since we've already got it made and it needs to be used. And I'm not going to make it a pocket either. The reason I don't want to make too many pockets is because this will bulk up too much, and it would take the fun away. It's, you know, it's bad enough we bulk up our books, but if we bulk up our other things, it's just wouldn't look as good. Let's see what we got going on over here with this pocket. That's working. Okay, we have one more here on the back. I'm thinking. What do we want to put there? I'm looking. I wish you guys could tell me. It'd make it a whole lot easier. I like these tall, skinny tags, but like in this, look at my pan, really did a number on it. It's a little bit long for this, so I'm going to cut it just a little bit. And then we don't have to worry about it not working. There. We'll decorate it or something. I don't know what with, but we'll figure out something. Okay, and then we're going to put a card in here, and then we need to think of something for right here. You know the thing I love about junk journaling, sorry, I think I just hit the camera, is that you don't really have to, well, looky there. Look what I found. Let me ink it. It doesn't look quite dark enough. I did tea stain it, but it's kind of a funky color. Now this is, I am going to glue this on where we can put a tag in. We can decorate the front of it if we choose to. Always put a little extra here at the top. We'll let this dry. This will also need a long tag, it looks like. So we might use this one because it's skinnier. But trying to think what kind we could put in the other one. I'll come up with something. I'm so far from not being done with this anyway. Okay, and then we need a tag for here, and then this, we need a little card for this. I have one here, but I really want to use this for something else. I can trim that down a little bit. Excuse me while I cut this. Okay. All right. Now I know this is meant for a library card. I'm gonna move it up, I'm sorry. Can you see now? Okay. I know it's meant for a library card, but I put other things in it. And I think that looks cute. I was gonna look and see if there was something I could just glue on here that would give it a little bit of a different look. And this has postage on it. It'd help if I had it up the right side up. I love using index cards because, well, first of all, people like them because they can journal on them. But they don't cost a fortune. That's not the main reason, but it really does help on what you have to charge and stuff for your books. I have another slender tag. Look at this one, how it turned out. Crazy. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be the right length. Sometimes I just still need a little bit of ink around the outside. This is going to be the toy for the book. You can just play in this little section, hiding all your memories and so forth. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we're going to put some of this. This is not eyelash trim, but it was the right color for what we're doing. And I was like, we're going to use that. So I'm going to put just a little bit in each one of these, and they'll stick out over the top, which is cute too. And most of the time I just tie a knot because I don't want them to come out on whoever it ends up with it. I would feel just terrible if something fell apart or whatever, you know. This is still wet, but I'm going to see. Well, hopefully it'll fit in there. If it doesn't, we'll trim it down. I think it's because, you know, it's pretty narrow. But that's how that looks. That's not bad. I think we might do something on here. I'm going to take this out before it's glued in. Yeah. Lay it right there, and then I'll put some of this in the other tag. And we'll have this side pretty much close to done. I can get my fingers cooperating. There we go. Let me see what we got going on this other side. I think I'm going to leave this one blank, and I'm going to put this that says notes on it right there. and get my glue out because I haven't been putting the lid on. And it does not like me right now. Well, we're going to have to wrap it up here pretty quick. We've got about 5 minutes. And over here, let's put this inspired and find out what she can put down here, what inspires her. If I can get the glue to come out, you guys. I've been leaving it open over here. It doesn't want to come out. I promise at the next video my desk will not be a mess. I will have my act together, and at that point hopefully I'll have some more of the embellishments made, and I would be able to show you parts of the book. Sorry, I just slapped it across the camera. Because sometimes you just need a blank spot. Right there. Now, we need something for this little bag. I'll come up with, let me get a baby tag. I know I've got baby tags around here. Yeah, we got some baby tags. Stick that in there, and I'll put some of the blue on there, or I might glue one of these other things on there. Like this little thing. I hate to go past an hour because let me tell you, it takes several hours to upload one video. 1 hour, it will take all tonight to do that. It's so crazy, you'd think there'd be a faster way to do it. But there's not. Okay, I'm going to put this on the top of this little tag. Cute. Alright ladies, I'm going to let you go. Had fun today. I'm glad you came and helped me decipher a little bit for the little the 3 Bear book, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Good evening.